Yo, I want to do a trade recap. Um, let's see. So I had multiple trades today. Let's go over all of them, and I'm down a lot actually. So let's see. I wanna tell all the stuff that I did right, all the stuff that I did wrong. So I had to look, but I'm down $733. Followed all my rules, you could say. On the last trade, it's not really. It's a lesson though, but I will explain it. So first, let's go over the first trade. So what we had is we went higher here. I was actually expecting for today to be a bullish day. Really bullish day. I was expecting these highs here. And what we did is we already took this high in ES from here. We did went higher. But I was expecting for long, so we took out all this sell side liquidity. And then what we had is we had this here, which was a inversion. And then 10 a.m. opened here on this candle, and as soon as we closed above, I entered here. My stop was all the way below here. Then we took out sell side there, and then I was break even at this candle on NQ once this gets swept. And I think on yeah, on ES it was the same. So once this got swept on ES, so that's pretty soon already. I think on the same candle already, and then I went immediately break even from there. So that was the first trade. So first trade was break even trade, totally fine. And then the second trade, we were here. So what we had is we did trade lower. We were trading inside of this busy and then this 4-hour wick. So I have constant encroachment and or another constant encroachment, but from a busy and from a wick, so rejection block. What we had here is I waited for 13.15, so that was around here. So this was 13.15. I was still looking for longs because we're really bullish. I don't want to call tops or bottoms, or in this case, I don't want to call tops in bullish markets. We're clearly bullish. So what we had is we had 13.15 here. From here, I was already looking for longs, but then we went all the way lower for this turtle soup. I was looking for this to get a turtle soup. And then from here, we went higher here. And then I was looking for this high and this high, which were clean highs here. So first I was actually targeting this on a 5-minute setup. So we had a inversion, or we had a CB on the 4-minute here, and then on all the other time frames as well. And then what we did on the 5-minute here is we had a 5-minute inversion here. Really confident with this setup. We closed above it a lot. We had equal highs above. ES didn't have equal highs, but still I was starting this. Didn't have enough storage space. Okay, so where was I? So on this 5-minute here, we swept equal lows here. So we have this low here on the 5-minute, and then we got this low. So we have equal lows on the 5-minute. Same here. Then we closed above it here on the 5-minute. I entered in long on this here. Stop was on this candle's low, and I was targeting the equal highs here. NQ is the leading one, so we have equal highs above here. So first swing or the external high, that's where I go break even. So 0.49 RR. Here I go break even, but as you can see, we never got that. But here I was actually really confident with this. My stop was all the way down here. And what we had then is we had the 2 p.m. opening here. So I entered on 14. We closed above it on 55 here, or 50. So once we had 2 here, 2 opening, I entered on a limit order on this candle here. So that was where my entry was again. And then from here we had the 2 opening. Let's mark that out. Here at the 2 opening, we chopped around a bit, went lower. We take out equal lows here on, or we don't take equal lows, but we do have an SMT here while we're trending higher. So we have an SMT here. And what we did here is, here actually, we inverse this here. It's by a really small tick, but it's just 1 tick, but it is my rules, and I've seen a lot in backtesting that it does work. So once we close above this here, I entered in with 10 more contracts because I was in with 2 minis or 2 micros, and then I added 10 more micros here, and then I put my stop to this low here. So as you can see, I got, or no, on what was it? Yeah, once we inverse this, I put my stop on this candle here, and as you can see, I got stopped here. And then from here, I was looking for longs again. I think it was here. No, there was no inversion here, so from here I couldn't have entered. And from here we should have just run to the upside here. What we did is we traded lower, and then this is where I went wrong here. So we have this SIBI here, we have a SIBI here, and then on the 2 minute I took the inversion here, and this is where I went wrong here, because it does look like a fine setup, but it is a major impact folder news this week. We have FOMC tomorrow, and when that is, when I see chop in the market, when we have a major impact folder news week, then once I see chop I should be out of the market. Well, this was 14. Okay, maybe macro, so 50 macro, so this was a valid trade. 50 macro start here. Traded higher, there was no entry for me. Then we traded all the way lower. Okay, this maybe was a setup here. But once we saw this chop here, I should have just been out of the trade, and I will journal it. Once I see this chop here, and look how we slowly go to the upside, and then only 2 minutes we do inverse by literally catch the top here and then go lower, because I've seen it so many times that it does fail, and here it does again, and I don't know why I still do it, because I don't want to take a trade so badly and like make it back, or I don't know. I was scared like we were gonna run, it's so obvious, but still, the market will surprise you. It just does what it wants to do, and I have no control over it. So here, once I've seen this, like these are like alright candles, a lot of volume, but here just back and forth, nothing. Yeah, it's just, look at that volume there, that's really bad. So yeah, I inverted this, or I longed this here, and that's actually against my rules, so took another loss here. So I actually took 2 losses today, which is fine. I'm still alright with the 2 losses. Like this trade, I've seen this a lot by backtesting, but it's the first time I've seen in my live trading now that once we have, or when we have a major impact folder news, and when I see chop and I know we should go and we don't go, we chop, and then we get the inversion. Like I've wrote it down so many times, then it shouldn't be a trade. Like we have choppy what? Alright, I don't know. But we have choppy inversions, and this is one of them. And it's just a really great lesson, actually. So grateful for that. Yeah, so 2 losses, 1 loss I'm totally fine to take. And this one as well, I pay for the loss, I pay for the experience, I pay for the how do you call it? For the learning opportunity there. So I pay for that, and it's fine. So now I'm down again. I had a win this week, or was it last week? I don't even know. I think it was last week. So I took like $1,000 or $1,500 win, and now I'm down again. But I know one good trade, and I know that there will be a good trade. Maybe not tomorrow, because tomorrow we have FOMC, but one good trade, and it's just gonna beat all of it. Like I have to make $1,500, and that will be 700 in the plus. But I know that with the strategy it works so well, so I should just stick to the strategy. I shouldn't really care too much about it, but just this is just a good lesson. And yeah, let's journal it now. If you click off right now, and I don't even know if someone's watching, but you can click off now because I will journal it now. So here I did screenshot all the trades here, and then here this is where I will journal it pretty good here. So inversion there, okay, arrow there, and then yeah, I was waiting for the 45 macro as well. So in this candle, that would be the 45 candle opening candle, but still, if I would have waited for the 45 candle opening, that would have prevented me to take a loss here, because I would have entered on a buy stop here on this candle, because this candle closed above, and that 45 candle opened and didn't even come to that high, so I wouldn't even be in any trade there. So I think that's a good one to remember as well. So I'm gonna keep this here, and then I don't know if I can copy all of these. Just make a new one here. So I lost some down. Oops. I'm down 733.70. 70, how much percent is that? It's 1 point, let's calculate it. One point 74% here. What kill zone? It was 10, and it was 14 to 15. Risk was below 75%. Time zone New York, price action. It was pretty choppy. Time frame entry, it was on the 2 minute, 5 minute, then a 1 minute, and then yeah. So RR 0, rules followed. No. News, we had unemployment claims, what was it? Retail sales. Okay, so first one. Here, let's copy this. Let's see which one was this. Yeah. Because I was really bullish. And we did every break-even trade. I've learned that following all the rules here, so just stick to the rules and system. So simple. Oops. Next one. Alright, so next one here. That's this one. I don't know what this one was actually. What is this? Oh yeah, that's that added one. So I took this trade. I don't have to mention F5, because this was a valid setup as well. And we did everything that we needed to do. This was a great setup, follow all the rules, break even. Followed all the rules. Still I lost, so totally fine. Yeah, so this was unfortunate, so yeah, literally the same thing as the previous trade. There's nothing to mention here. Really nothing to mention here. Last one. And this is where I went wrong. So that's the extra loss that I shouldn't have taken. Alright. So I took this trade. I was really bullish and we did everything that we needed to do. But how we inversed this was choppy. And I know it. So what I here is ignoring what I actually know. I think I know it better, but I know better that this doesn't work. I've learned that don't trade the choppy price action in major news weeks. You know what is choppy. Here I could have entered. You could argue that no. You know what's choppy. You could argue here that I could have entered on the macro and then with a stop limit order, stop buy order, but still I wouldn't have been filled then. Letting you know here that you saw chop. I know that you thought that price was gonna run without you, but you also know that this setup doesn't work, so it won't run without you. Trust it. If it still runs, then let it run. Follow your rules there. The rest of the day, you did great. Be honest. Alright, maybe this sounds really weird, but I'm really honest with myself here, and I think that's the only way how you become better in trading. If you're not honest, then you're gonna lie to yourself and you're really gonna do yourself dirty here. So let's keep it like that. So NQ. So loss here, so I should be down. Yeah, this is the biggest loss I've ever taken. I've never been this low, I think. This shows me. Let's see. Wait, am I recording even? Yeah. It took it right away. Wait, did it? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I've never been this low here. Crazy. Okay. So how much are we now? Yeah, 48.7. So that's 700 drawdown, so it's a bit more than 1%. If I lose this account, then I'll just buy another one, because I won't be trading demo again, because it is all demo, and don't want to waste my time even further. But I will buy a new account, and now I'm risking on every trade below 0.75%. But in the next trade or in the next account, if I blow this one, then I'll be only risking 0.5% below that, and that would be like most trades would be like 0.4% or something, because you can't really do that. You can't really do that precise with it's micros, but you still can't do that precise. Yeah, if I blow this account, then that'll be the thing that I will do. So yeah, I've never been this low. Crazy. On this account, of course. But yeah, let's do this on a 1 minute. And then mark out the 45 here. And then yes, this is that macro. I won't trade after this to 1508 really. Macro 1445 to 1508. Just show me that if I would have entered there, then I wouldn't have been entered here. Just make this a line there. Red color, so I know. Alright, so there. Let's upload it there. Let's remove all drawings. Yeah, FOMC tomorrow. I don't really get off entries that often in FOMC. So it's probably going to be a day without any trades at all, but I'll see. So yeah, unfortunate today. I think that will be it basically. Yeah, that's it. See you tomorrow.